What is up, Auburn fans, and welcome into another episode of Auburn at the Voice of College Football. I'm your host, Blake Lane, and today we are here to talk about four-star offensive tackle Wilson Zierer, who committed to the Auburn Tigers yesterday afternoon. But first, if you could, please like this video, share this video, and click the bell for notifications so you stay notified every time I drop content on this channel. So I thank each and every one of you for joining me today, and let's grow this thing into something special in the near future. So let's get in here and talk about Wilson Zierer and his commitment to the Auburn Tigers. And I want to start out with his words about Auburn and how much Auburn means to him. And we all know his older brother played at Auburn University just a couple years ago, and so he's really familiar with the campus. He's really familiar with the program, and he loves Auburn. He loves Auburn. He mentioned that multiple times in interviews and when he visited, and he just talked about how he always wanted to play for the Auburn Tigers, and his brother had a lot to do with that. And with them not being from the United States and coming to the state of Georgia, leaving the state of Georgia, coming to Auburn, and it really was just a home away from home, right? And so I look at that and I feel like this is one Auburn had in their back pocket the entire time. Now, that being said, other people were going to come calling. Florida State, Alabama, there was chatter about Georgia. You look at the offer list, there was Wisconsin and other big-time programs all around the country were on Wilson Zierer. So I think as the commitment went on and on and on, and Florida State started to pull a little closer to Auburn. And a lot of people felt like, oh man, we can't lose this battle. Like, we have to wrap this up because of what has happened in the last couple weeks with Auburn. All the talk is about August 1st, Auburn being patient, Auburn not doing well in recruiting. So there is no way you could let Wilson Zierer get away from your program. There's no way you could let a four-star tackle, a composite four-star tackle, go to Florida State. You've already lost a couple to Florida State, so you couldn't lose another one because then social media would have been just set ablaze, and Auburn would have got hounded again about how he ain't doing nothing but playing golf. But instead, Golf Course U locks one down, big time get. He says, hey, I've always wanted to be here. Now, we look at on the field, Wilson Zierer. And I think Auburn got a special player. I think Auburn got a guy that can come in. He can get on the field rather early. I think he is long. I think he's athletic. I think he can move quick. I think he's powerful. And when you really look at tackle, this is a position that you have to nail for your offense to be successful in the Southeastern Conference. Right tackle, left tackle, you have to shore those two spots up. And that is why this is a big-time get for Auburn. This kid can play. He plays in the state of Georgia, 6'6", 280. I think he is a well-rounded player. Go watch those huddle highlights, and you will see the explosiveness, the power, the hands, the feet, and how he gets out, man, and he's just he's a beast. He's a dog, and he's one of those grinders, man. Like John Gruden always talks about Gruden's grinders, and he just reminds me of a kid like that that just loves the game, and he loves to work at his craft. And so that is why I'm truly high on his upside and his ability to come in and have an impact at Auburn University with this football program. So extremely excited about this pickup. Like I said, four-star composite. So when you take ESPN On 3, 247, all those rivals and all that, and when you mash them all together, he checks out to be a four-star. I think he's like the 308th player in the country or something like that. So, I mean, people were high on him. People were high on him, and you didn't lose one to Florida State. You bump up in the rankings a little bit. I haven't checked where, but I know we should have got a little bump. And so a couple weeks ago, we were, 88th or 87th in the country. So we're slowly climbing, and I think there is some positive vibes around Auburn recruiting right now. The guy that I talked to seems to think that we're going to get a couple more before kickoff. And then if you win a couple games, the vibes are going to be really high. And maybe you start flipping a couple before signing day. And so things are starting to trend upward for Auburn on the recruiting trail. So I just don't want everybody to think that it's sour and things are going south. And you can hear all the jokes on social media all you want to, and all of that. But Auburn is coming. They're doing a great job right now. They're weathering the storm, and they're making a move. They're starting to climb. So anytime you get a powerful player like this to shore up a key position on your offense, I think that is really, really big time. So the last part of this episode that I want to talk about is we talked about SEC Media Days Wednesday night and how Auburn did such a great job of going out and representing the program and the school, the university, and we really feel like they hammered it. And you went there for a business trip and to let people know that Auburn was on the way back. You did that. And then a couple hours later, Malcolm Simmons gets arrested. Now, I'm not going to get into all of the charges and all that stuff. I'm not going that route. But this is a player that you are counting on in 2025. And with everything that is going on, and if it's true, he has to be kicked off the team. Now, you are innocent until proven guilty in this country. So we have to wait and see how things play out, because there's been a lot of fishiness going on. There's been people saying that, they don't know if it's completely true, whatever. Domestic violence is uncalled for, and it's not going to be tolerated. It can't be tolerated. So if it comes out to be true, sayonara. If it comes out to be false and a fabricated story, then Hugh Freeze has the option to go whichever way he chooses, and that will be totally up to him. And so I want to look at this Auburn football team and just tell them, if any of them stumble across this video, keep yourself out of trouble. Stay locked in at the task at hand. You are making a lot of money. You're getting an education. And you are chasing your dream of playing in the NFL. And something like that can change it. Something like that can change it. Just that quick. One mistake can change the course of your life. And that's all it takes. That's it. So lock in and make the right decisions. If you get angry enough, walk away, because it's not worth it. It's not. Because you can throw your life away just like that. And for all the chatter on social media of, people deserve second chances, and look, people do deserve second chances, but not when it comes to football. Okay? People do deserve second chances in life. I think if true, he could build off of this, go get some help. Maybe check in with somebody and get the help you need. But staying on the Auburn football team, for those of you out there, it can't happen. It can't happen. And if DJ Barber gets kicked off, then Malcolm Simmons has to get kicked off too, because strangulation and domestic violence can't be tolerated. So I've heard the chatter since it happened, and people making their cases and arguments, which I think is absolutely crazy. And I saw somebody say that, people deserve a second chance, but people deserve second chances in life, but not in football. So hopefully it all comes out and it's not true, and Malcolm can continue to push forward and stay in the right lane and locked in. But if so happens it is true, Auburn has to continue to move forward. And I feel like the fan base, when they heard of this news, they were just like, man, we can't get out of our own way. We just had such a good, successful media day. We had a fantastic media day. And then this happens. And you go right back to getting clowned on social media. The University of Alabama, all their fans just immediately, hot, you're turning into Georgia without the winning. We got to clean it up. We got to clean it up, y'all. So, really, really tough spot because Malcolm is a contributor. He's a guy who come on the scene last year as a true freshman. He was a highly rated prospect, part of the Freeze Four. And he made an impact early. And he was supposed to be one of those guys this year that was going to break out and have a successful sophomore season and be one of the best wide receivers in the country. And then this happens, and that's why I say stay locked in, man. Stay focused. Stay in that lane. Don't let anybody try to get you out of it. Watch who you hang out with. Those things matter. So, with that being said, we're going to end it right here tonight. And I appreciate each and every one of you who are joining me. And we will be back probably this weekend. I'll try to release something. And we're getting closer and closer to the season. So, War Damn Eagle, and I will catch you on the next one. Tuesday night will be the live show, 7 Central. See y'all then. Like I said, War Damn, baby. I'm out.